Caverhill Haley Fairchild, a Thai girl from Vancouver, was born on July 13 and 14 at the age of 5. She was so cute and sweet, and she was loved by her mother Caverhill Pat, and she first sang in front of her friends at 13. When she was 16, she went to heaven on July 13 and 14 when she turned 16 after a plane crash changed her life. When she wakes up in paradise, she was 24 years old. Her mother Caverhill Pat hugged her in the afterlife and she kissed her. Her mother Caverhill Pat was a cute and sweet mother from Vancouver, and she took good care of her. Now a girl who lost her mother has joined her family. Caverhill Haley Fairchild and her friends were hanging out and drinking hot Vancouver tea and talking to each other. She told her friends how she arrived in paradise after a plane crash changed her life. In the afterlife she has a huge place to live, and someone who does everything she loves has made her a place to live in paradise. It was huge, and Caverhill Haley Fairchild and Caverhill Pat lived happily ever after. Caverhill Haley Fairchild, a 16-year-old Thai from Vancouver, was in heaven after clinging on to life for 2 weeks after a plane crash changed her life. She was just sitting and talking to her mother Caverhill Pat about her life before the afterlife. She slept next to her mother Caverhill Pat, and she put her hands on her and they had a good sleep. The girl mother Caverhill Pat loved that girl very much, and she remembers that day in the year 14 when she spent the last days of her life before leaving for the afterlife. Caverhill Haley Fairchild has everything she wanted. Like a huge living place where her friends stayed at the same living place, and she was shattered before the afterlife after a plane crash changed her life. She woke up the next day and she was busy working in her home office. She chatted with her friends and told these girls that she had gone to heaven after a plane crash changed her life. Caverhill Haley Fairchild had lovely blonde hair, a Thai girl from Vancouver, and she had a Vancouver accent, and she said her mother Caverhill Pat was so cute and sweet and took good care of her. In the afterlife, her mother Caverhill Pat helped her with her hair, and she wore her long-sleeved black shirt that she wore before she left for heaven in the afterlife. Caverhill Pat put lipstick on her mouth, and she was so cute and sweet, and she started singing again. Her friends were shocked by her and they loved her. She was a 24-year-old Thai girl from Vancouver, and she spoke the real with a Vancouver accent, her mother Caverhill Pat. When she wakes up in the afterlife, she put ink on her hands and she hugged her mother Caverhill Pat and her daughters and her friends. Her friends liked the singing of the 24-year-old Thai girl from Vancouver, and they liked her very much, and one of them even kissed her. She slept next to her mother Caverhill Pat and her friends, and she had her happy life in the afterlife. After the crash, Vancouver people prayed for her. Caverhill Haley Fairchild Brigades